very popular when they were playing for 3SC. They said if you pay us 10 naira, we give you 10 naira football. And if you give us 100 naira, we'll give you 100 naira football. So if you are paying us, that's what we'll give you. All right. But I think that those are real serious issues. We'll talk about Osagona. But before we do that, let me just quickly let's talk about Keshi very quickly. Today, what have you picked up? Because you told us that you've been picking up some information around the NFF and Keshi, the issue not sorted out yet. No. What is up again?
Well, Barrister Chris Green is back.
Back from Cote d'Ivoire?
He's back from Cote d'Ivoire. He's
I'm sure with loads of
espionage mission.
No.
Is that not what
fact finding?
Well, fact finding, espionage. I think they
just limit it to fact finding.
Okay,
okay. The facts were missing.
No. Please, today go ahead. Please, today go ahead.
The facts that he could not comfortably get by either Skype or whatever. Well, yes, he's back, and well, he's talking tough, saying a lot of things about how he has evidence and this and that. I'm just curious to see what kind of unimpeachable evidence that he has. It's one thing for you to allege. It's one thing for you to have evidence.
To prove beyond reasonable doubt.
To prove beyond reasonable doubt. And I've always maintained that what is NFF?
You know what I want us to do? Let's not dwell too much on this issue. What's the way forward? That's what I want us to talk about. Because
the way forward is simple. The Avuba Football Federation, has shown us the way forward. Yesterday, they made the shortlist of five coaches, and Keshi was not there. That's the way forward.
Does that solve the problem? Does that solve the problem?
The case has died naturally, the way it came.
But you can argue that if your wife is accused of consorting with other men, and you finally and the day of the marriage that the other fellow is carrying out comes and passes, and your wife is not the one at the altar with him, does that change the fact that she was?
Yeah, but what is the way forward in all of this? The Ivorians have made their short list. They have named they brought out the list of 5. Keshi is not there, but then the NFF will still want to get to the root of all the issue. But how do we go from there? What is the worst possible scenario?
Is that the fire Keshi?
The disciplinary committee are meeting I think tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not sure, but maybe just to finalize and trash out all of these issues. The worst case scenario is that they will tell Stephen Keshi, look, go, and then we'll come back to square one.
Go to where?
What they've been doing is
go to where?
He's looking for black goats at night.
Yeah.
And they've been walking to. We've said it before that what they are doing is tantamount to walking to the other side. They have the prepared scripts.
Don't assume. Let them come out.
The way this
I don't to assume.
I'm not assuming anything.
Okay.
But you can follow the progression of this thing logically. Why would a Chris Green leave the country?
No. Tunde, we are done with that issue.
Okay.
He has gone.
Yes,
he has gone back. If he has evidence,
let him bring it.
The committee will do their work.
Unimpeachable evidence.
Whether unimpeachable, beyond reasonable doubt, let them do their work, and then they will come out with their findings.
No, but Toyin,
let's not.
We cannot gloss over this issue. In my opinion, going to Abidjan was a white goose chase.
No. We have.
Now that he's back. Okay. Now that he's back. Now that he's back and he's talking tough.
Hold on. Whether you call it white goose chase or not, there's a reason it was mandated to go.
Mandated.
And if it was able to achieve, and if he was able to achieve the purpose for which he went to Cote d'Ivoire, then it was a success.
Yes.
That he went to Cote d'Ivoire. So let's not classify that was maybe white goose or gentle goose.
The evidence that
did he go with his money?
The
evidence that he presents to this disciplinary committee.
Let them finish their work.
Will now determine whether it was a wild goose chase or not.
Let them finish their work. Let them finish their work.
All these things are distractions. If they want to fire this man, they should just go out and fire him outright.
Let them.
Instead of looking for some kind of way to justify a decision that everybody knows that they are trying to take.
Gentlemen,
but all these things still affects our preparation for the 2017 Africa Cup of Nations. We are taking our eye off the ball because maybe I'm the one that's feeling strongly about this. The defending champions of Africa failed to qualify for a Nations Cup and defend their title. Our football is in shambles.
Okay. Let's move on. They will do their meeting tomorrow. When they come out with their decision, we'll be able to revisit this issue. But let's move on and talk about some other issues. Let's talk about Osagona Ighodaro very quickly. Onye, we just talked about the desperation of Nigerian players. They always want to move out. Ighodaro Osagona was the rising star on the domestic scene, top scorer for Rangers, got to the Super Eagles, and before you know it, it was off. Now, there are stories about Raja not paying, and Rangers are threatening. But Rangers do not even have the economic rights to Isagona. Yeah, so these issues are very complex issues.
It's quite shocking to me. I learned about this, I think, some weeks ago, that in fact, the 20% that will come to Rangers was on compassionate grounds. Osaguna made the case.
They were not going to get anything.
They were not going to get anything.
Because they don't own the player.
Osaguna made the case for them, perhaps because it was he was in Rangers when he got to the national team, and also
so he felt they should get something from me.
On compassionate grounds they should get something. I think it's quite unfortunate, and we've said it to him here that the transfer policies here is shrouded in. I don't want to say scandal.
Our clubs.
I don't want to say scandal.
Our clubs don't want to buy these players. Our clubs would rather take them on loan. And that was they don't want to pay those sign-on fees. They want to take them on loan. And at the end of the day, nothing comes to them when these players move abroad.
So they have no right to complain.
Yeah.
If they get nothing.
But for me, I'm disturbed because Osagona had settled down in Raja. He was scoring goals. Yeah. He had scored a lot of goals in the Champions League. Was scoring in the Moroccan League, and suddenly now this could be thrown overboard.
Toye, one thing I suspect is that I think the clubs from North Africa, especially Morocco and Tunisia, know that we are not organized, and they capitalize on these loopholes. I was telling you about the Ghanaian player who played for Esperance, eloped, and this club went to FIFA, and now he has to pay $180,000.
Where's he going to get the money from?
His club, Kotoko, cannot even afford
that. Look at the example that you gave us. They got Julius Agawa from insurance for just a few hundreds of thousands, and they sold him for 10 million.
For record transfer that has not been broken.
10 million.
That transfer has not been broken.
From an African club to European club.
So these are the issues that I think we really need to sort out, and I hope that the NFF Player Status Committee and the arbitration and all of these and our clubs will wake up to the realization of what they are losing by not being organized. But let's talk about another one very quickly. And this is also a new trend that is also very disturbing. Kunle Odunlami, Super Eagles player, went to the World Cup, a rising star in the league.
11 caps for the Super Eagles.
11 caps for the Super Eagles. The team was on the way to Enugu over the weekend for a Globacom Premier League match day 14 encounter. And guess what? Around Asaba, his phone rang. He was in the bus traveling with Sunshine to Enugu for the game. His phone rang around Asaba. An agent called him, you have to be in Morocco this weekend. And he told his teammates, no more Rangers game for me. Morocco, here I come. Went, did medicals, and the Sunshine management are livid. You abandon us.